I'm meant to strive. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains told me.
Yo, everybody! Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. I'm just gonna head on straight to go to watch the Discord. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you could make it. So yeah, I'll see if we can have an after show afterwards.
Cool. Stick myself on mute.
Let's see what he says. But I appreciate you all coming. Hit the likes, share the show. You guys rock. Hey, Darryl, can you hear me? Hey, Darryl, can you hear me? Speak on stage. Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I need music. Okay, it's music. No, I can't hear you at all. Nope. Stage moderator. I can't hear you at all, Darryl. Let's see if I change my settings. Maybe I gotta change my different. Nope, nothing. Output. Speakers, it should be Sony gear.
I think so. The issue is on his end.
Yeah. Because it should be working. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. But it sounds like he's talking to someone there.
I kindly suggest try to rejoin. Maybe we'll be able to hear you then.
It might be from his side. I think it's from his side because it looks like he's talking to someone. Okay, I'm going to go out. Okay, let's try this again. Join stage again. Speak on stage. Hello? Still can't hear you, man.
Huh.
Okay, he's dropped. He's going to come in.
Yeah, that might help. Hopefully.
Testing.
There we go. Now I can hear you. How's it going?
Interesting. Okay, so sorry about that. So I guess I don't know what it was. It was lighting up. It was showing that I was talking. You know how it lights up green when you're talking, but okay. So probably that doesn't mean it's still working properly. All right. So thank y'all. Thanks for joining. Glad to be here with you. And is somebody else on as well? I thought I heard somebody else for a moment.
Yeah, it's in my other on my YouTube.
Oh, awesome. Well, hello everybody. Good to hear you all as well. So you know, I'm not a big channel, so I don't have many people joining, but it's possible somebody might show up and pop in or something like that, or somebody might have a question on the live stream. A few pop up sometimes. How's everything been going for you all?
Yeah, good. And yourself, Darryl? I was actually surprised you still wanted to debate the thermodynamics. I was thinking back. I was like, almost thought it was Bev from Try Thinking. I'm like, no, why would he want to debate thermodynamics? The guy doesn't know anything about it. But they're like, oh, Darryl, yeah, from the moon landing thing. But that's good.
That's me.
Yeah, but it's good to see you, man.
Okay. Good to see you as well. And if I don't know anything about it, then I'll be happy to learn from you then. If you can enlighten me if that's the case, that I don't know about it and you do. So awesome. Yeah. So I mean, we talked about it on the channel. As you know, I had tried to get it set up on MDB, but apparently the topic is too niche for MDD. So this is what I was told. So I figured, it's been a month now since we started talking about doing this. So I figured we might as well do it. I mean, we both have channels. We could just do it on our channel. So it's no big deal. So why don't we get started, man? You can let me know. So now we have all the time we want to focus on thermodynamics. You can go into some detail about the thermodynamics behind how the second law says a globe can't have an atmosphere. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We could jump right in.
Okay. Yeah. Because you obviously know what the second law of thermodynamics states when you have two separate systems, when you have a high pressure system and a low pressure system adjacent to each other.
Well, we would just lay it out for me.
Okay, let's lay it out simple. Based on the second law of thermodynamics, if you have a separate system and that separate system is a low pressure system like the vacuum of space, adjacent to Earth, which would be an open system, the air we breathe, because it's a higher pressure, it would evacuate and fill the available volume. This doesn't happen, so therefore it is impossible to have the Earth as an open system in space.
Okay. So now can you go ahead and present the equations, the calculations that shows that with the globe?
What equation? It's just simply what thermodynamics, the second law of thermodynamics says.
I guess the equations that you seem to refer to during our debate when you said you didn't prepare any equations for that, any equations for the talk. So those equations, the equations that I imagine you would have prepared in the last month.
Okay, let me ask you. Let's just ask this way: Is an equation going to change the fact that this is undemonstratable? That it's not demonstratable.
Is an equation going to change the fact that it's undemonstratable? I could answer. I'm happy to answer valid questions. So if you present something as a question that's including a statement in it that I would have to agree to, I don't see that as an honest question. So when you say, does this still prevent something that can't happen? Then you're trying to get me to say it can't happen. I don't see that as an honest question, right? So put it like, let's look at it this way, all right? And I remember in our debate, you said you don't need equations. You could use a logical argument, and basically you're iterating that right now. But let's apply that and let's test that. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for instance, a power plant. How do you use your logical argument to let me know the efficiency of, let's say, the average power plant or the average nuclear power plant? Apply your logical argument and let us know, for instance, the Cardinal efficiency of an average power plant.
The power plant is a non sequitur because that's got nothing to do with what you're talking about. We're talking about the kinetic energy based on thermodynamic tendencies. So when you have gas expansion based on entropy, we don't need to move to a power plant, which anyway, a power plant requires a closed system for this to happen as well. The fact is, you guys are claiming that the Earth is an open system adjacent in a space vacuum. If I correct, or you saying that it's closed?
Right. So this is the relevance. I had asked you for equations, and you seem to suggest that you don't need equations. You could just have a logical argument. Mm-hmm. The thing is, the second law of thermodynamics is applicable in the real world. Are you aware of that? Or are you aware that the second law of thermodynamics is applicable to the efficiency of power plants and how they're constructed?
Yeah, which requires a closed system. But remember, power plants work. Power plants are working.
So one moment. Let's not move past this. But since you're aware that the second law of thermodynamics is relevant to the efficiency of power plants, and we have power plants, if you understand the second law of thermodynamics and a logical argument is sufficient, then you should be able to duplicate what we do with equations with your logical argument. Can you do that, or can you not do that?
Okay. We are able to give an equation which just gives the basics of thermodynamics, okay? Would you know what the normal basic entropic equation is?
So now, so
No, you want it, so I'm going to give
let's
it to you.
stick to what we're talking about. Let's stick to what we're talking about here.
This is exactly what we're
You
talking
didn't
about.
have, you don't have equations for the globe.
I asked you
You
about,
still don't
no, I
understand
just asked you,
thermodynamics.
do you want the equation or not?
I want you to use your, you already went past the equation thing, right? Now if you say you had the equation, we can go back to equations, but now we're talking about using your logical argument to let us know the kernel efficiency of an average power plant. Let's see your logical.
I said that's a non
Since you're
sequitur.
saying you can.
And I said that's a non sequitur. Because you're not
Right.
talking about power
So
plants.
what
We're
that
talking
means
about
what
the
that
entropy
means
of a
then-
gas. We're talking about the entropy of the gas, not about the efficiency of power transfer due to heat energy in a power plant.
This is the relevance of this Flatzoid, and it's applicable to not only to you, but all science deniers or flat earthers or whatever, geocentrists, whatever type of science denial that you want to choose. Is it ever convenient to just sit and just talk about a bunch of stuff? And if you just have a concept, and you could easily just change the concepts around and make it and just say whatever you want. But these things, like the second law of thermodynamics, have real world applications and results.
Yep.
Right. So in other words, the people who build power plants, they understand thermodynamics. And correct me if I'm wrong about this, you have no inventions to your name. None.
What does
You
that
have
mean?
no laws of nature that you've discovered. None. The only thing that you have to back up your contention that you understand this stuff is just you saying you understand it. No. That's not sufficient.
No.
And that's why I presented. If what you're saying is your logical argument is sufficient, you should be able to duplicate the things that these scientists do with the equations. And so far, we see that you can't. You try to run to a general equation. So in other words, if you can't, the fact that you can't do these things, the fact that you can't generate these specific answers with your logical argument shows that that's not sufficient. So that's why we can go back to the globe and say your logical argument is not sufficient for that. You need to have a specific equation showing how this works on the globe and why it's insufficient. It looks like you're about to share your screen. You know,
I'm trying to get I'm trying to get a page up. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can do it this way. There we go. This should be fine. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it. Everybody at home can see it as well.
Yep. It shows an equation. This is the thermodynamic equation.
Okay. And where did you get that
For
from?
entropy.
How did you come about that equation?
That's the entropy equation.
Yes, I understand. I'm asking, where did you get that from? How did you come across that this is the entropy equation?
From thermodynamics. I don't understand. What's the issue?
Well, I mean,
do I have to make my own equation up?
My issue is this. My issue is this.
Are you asking me I must make my own equation up? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I was literally asking you where you got it from. And you said thermodynamics. So in other words,
this is the thermodynamic equation. You also entropy, the entropic equation.
What I asked for was you to provide the equations that shows that the atmosphere can work on the globe. That's what I asked for.
This is the equation.
We could talk about the general equation, but I want to be clear. Destroying an equation doesn't mean that it can have an atmosphere. That's just a general equation.
Yes, it does.
Well, we could talk about the equation for a moment, but I just want to clarify that. I mean, let me ask you, why would you say that? Like, do you believe that this is answering my initial question when I asked you to show the calculations for how a globe can have an atmosphere. Do you think showing this equation is answering that question?
Okay, I'm going to say again. You asked for an equation. I bring up equation. Now you got an issue that I got equation up. You bring a non sequitur about a nuclear power plant that has nothing to do with gases. We're talking specifically about entropy of gases, okay? Not about heat energy of a power plant. You asked me for the thermodynamic equation. I brought it up now. You got an issue that I didn't create the equation myself, and now you're trying to tell me I'm wrong. Do you even know what this equation stands? What?
Well, the good thing about this is we're streaming live, right? Give me a moment. Let me zoom back to what I said, and let me see. Maybe I misspoke. If I did, I'll apologize. Give me a moment. I'm scrolling back to the Zoom where I said what I said, and let me hear what I said, and we can get that straight. And like I said, if I'm wrong about what I said, I'll apologize. So if you'll give me a moment, you have the equation, and we can bring that back up. Give me a moment. Let me share my screen here, and we'll see if we can get this worked out. And you may need to stop sharing your screen first.
Okay, there we go.
So and I believe this will let me share audio as well. One moment here. So this is the one. All right. So let me know if you can. Are you able to hear the audio from the screen?
That's very slow, very softer, but I can hear it.
1, 2. Okay. So let me find what I said. A big chance on have many people join. But I'm doing this, so I figured we might as well chat. So during our debate, when you said you didn't prepare anything, then you're trying to get me to say it can't happen. I don't think that makes sense.
Do you have any demonstrable proof that it can?
So now can you go ahead and present the equations, the calculations that shows that with the globe?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear that again. So now can you go ahead and
I brought the equation up.
Present the equations, the calculations that shows that with the globe.
And I just brought it up for you.
Do you think just showing the general equation of the second law of thermodynamics shows that the globe can't have an atmosphere?
Yes.
All right, man. Yeah, all right.
You know why?
Well, thank you for sharing.
You know why?
Thank you.
You know why I can
Why
say
is
that? Because you have not been able to demonstrate that your globe can violate the second law of thermodynamics.
I hear you, man. Well, I mean, I guess everybody can decide what they want to do with that. Does anybody? And it looks like nobody else has come. Now you showed the second law of thermodynamics equation, and you said you got that from thermodynamics. What do you mean by that?
It's the
Let me stop.
second
You
law of
can show your screen again, by the way.
Yeah, that's the second law of thermodynamics equation.
Mm-hmm. And you said you got that from thermodynamics.
From the second law, yes. Do you even know what this is stating?
Well, right now it's not about what I know or don't know. You've already said I don't understand in entropy, so it doesn't matter what I know. We're trying to figure out what you know, right? So let's make sure I'm understanding properly. You believe scientists when they say this is the law of entropy. This is the equation for that. Is that correct?
As far as I know, a natural law has got nothing to do with what scientists believe.
So in other words, you didn't find this in a textbook. You found it written on the ground somewhere,
What is wrong with you? I'm asking you. Do you understand what's written on screen with the equation?
You told me that I don't understand.
You just stop asking me questions. Just answer me. No. You are trying to just say you don't know. It's as simple as that. Then I'm more than happy to tell you what it says. Do you know what it says or not?
You've already said I don't understand entropy. It doesn't matter what I say or do.
This is why I'm calling you dishonest.
I'm trying to understand.
No.
I'm trying to understand where you got. But you just said that is a law of nature. It doesn't matter what scientists say. So did you not get it from a scientist, from a textbook, from a website? You found the written or the
It's
ground
the
somewhere, or
equation.
Where did you get it from specifically?
It's the equation for the second law of thermodynamics. And the fact you keep asking me where I got it from shows you don't even know about the subject you're talking about.
This is not about the subject at all. It's literally, where did you get the equation from?
Okay.
How did you get it?
You can get it from a textbook. You can get it from the internet. You can get it from MIT. You can get it from Oxford. You can get it anywhere you want to, because it's the entropy equation that explains the second law of thermodynamics in a system. Do you understand this?
I hear you saying that. Flatzoid. And I understand in general we can get it from textbooks and all that stuff. I'm asking, where did you? This is the equation. Where did you?
All right, now I got it on the internet from you. How's that?
From the internet. Okay, let's see that link where you got it from, please.
I don't need to. And told me, do you understand what's written in this equation?
You've already told me I don't understand, so that doesn't matter.
Stop it. I'm asking. It's a yes or no. It's a yes.
When you said,
okay, this is the last time I'm going to do this, Darryl. Darryl, this is the same thing you did to me on MDD. I asked you a very simple question. You want to be dishonest and not just answer me. Please stop doing McToon tactics. Do you or do you not? Wait. Do you or do you not know what's going on?
Yes,
okay, what does DS stand for?
What the equation is? Yes. Now let's move on.
What does DS stand for? I'm going to ask you, what does DS stand for?
Flatzoid.
What does DS stand for?
Why don't we go to the link?
What does DS stand for? What does we don't need to go to any link. What does DS stand for? What does DS stand for?
Flatzoid.
I'm not
going. Did you lie when you said I don't understand entropy? Did you lie when you said I don't understand?
No, I didn't lie, because you're proving it now. What does DS stand for?
Okay, then stop asking me. Since you told the truth that I don't understand entropy, then no, stop asking me.
Okay, so don't tell me. But you just said, wait.
If you told the truth that I don't understand it, then there's nothing to talk about. You told the truth that I don't understand it, then let's move on.
Okay, great. So you concede then. Wait. So you don't understand. Wait. So you
did you lie when you said I don't understand it?
So you just told me.
Did you lie when you said I don't understand it? I heard you just say that.
Okay, this is getting nowhere. If you're not gonna actually let me talk, it's gonna get nowhere. Listen. Listen. Stop demanding.
It doesn't matter. It's not about what I understand or not.
What does DS stand for?
Can you get the link?
What does DS? What does DS stand for? What is the? I'm not getting it, because that means. So you know why you want the link?
I guess we don't have anything to talk about.
Wait. You know why you want the link?
I guess we don't have anything.
This is the dishonesty from you, man.
I guess we don't have anything to talk about tonight.
We have everything to talk about. You don't want, dude. I've got 116 people telling you to shut up just so you can answer me. What does DS stand for? That's all.
You've already made clear more than once that I don't understand it.
What the fuck are you arguing about?
You know what the equation says. Wait, you said you know what the equation says. You told me you know what the equation says. Okay.
Flatzoid, if you're going to keep asking me when you've already told me I don't know, I don't see any point in us continuing.
You said you know what the equation is. Okay.
And you're going to, and if we're not going to move forward from something.
Okay, then I'm going to do it this way, Darryl. Then I'm going to do it this way. Let's leave the equation.
You don't want to have to admit that you're trusting scientists on this. I think you don't want to have to admit.
Scientists have nothing to do with natural law.
You're believing science.
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Doing the experiment.
Dude, you don't know what science is. Okay, first of all, what's the
scientist? I think you don't want to admit that.
What's the difference?
I think you want to avoid.
No.
Okay, Darryl.
That you're relying on the authority of people you see are wrong.
Darryl.
You're relying on the authority of people you see are wrong for this equation, and that's a problem for you. So I think rather than admitting that, you're trying to throw it on me now. You've already said I don't understand.
Okay, Darryl.
Asking me.
Darryl.
Let's get the link. Let's
wait.
Let's keep going.
It's not going to help going to a link because you just admitted you don't understand the equation, which you just lied when you said you do know what's written in the equation. So let's just leave the equation. I'm going to ask you very simple, basic thermodynamic principles. Okay? Before we do that, what's the difference between natural law and science?
So I want to see the link where you got the.
What's
Oh
the
my God, just give him the link.
What's
For
the
Christ's sake,
difference?
like it matters.
What's the difference between natural law and science?
Still waiting for the link where you got that equation from.
I'm asking you, what's the difference between, I'm giving it to you now, what's the difference between natural
You
law?
get a link right now.
There's the link. What's the difference between natural law
Okay, so
and science?
let me pull this up.
What's the difference between natural law and science, Darryl?
Right. So you got this link.
Why are you ignoring me, Darryl? Do you know the difference between natural law and science?
Because you've already told me that I don't understand this stuff. So why are you asking?
Do you know that?
It seems like you're diverting.
Okay,
Like
I'm not going to be able to
from
do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do this
There's no
if you
reason
don't
for you to-
answer. Listen, I'm not going to be able to have this discussion if you're going to play these
Then
dishonest
leave.
games.
Then leave.
And you
I'm not going to let you
Darryl,
shift this to
Darryl,
me.
can I
answering
talk?
questions.
Can I
We're
talk?
here.
Can I finish my statement? Can I finish my statement?
Go ahead, finish your statement, please.
I cannot have a discussion with
Probably
someone
not.
who's dishonest, who won't answer one damn question I ask, who concedes he doesn't understand something, then contradicts his statement by saying he knows what's written in the equation. Okay, I gave you your damn link you wanted from MIT. Now I'm asking you, do you know the difference between science and natural law? Because you clearly do not.
Stop asking me if I don't. Let's go ahead and talk about this link here and see where you got this from. So I see you gave me this link for MIT.
Yes.
You gave me a link for an MIT. So to make sure I'm understanding properly, you agree that MIT, the professors there, the stuff there, they're accurate about what they say about thermodynamics. Is that so? We're clear on that, right?
What's wrong with thermodynamics? Have you got an issue with MIT and thermodynamics?
Well, the issue is that I'm not. Show me where they say that this equation means we can't have an atmosphere.
He doesn't even know what the equation says.
Yeah, wait. You told me you know what's written in the equation. Did you not?
Yes, I understand. I understand the second law of thermodynamics equation. Yes.
Okay, great. So let's go back to the equation, and then you tell me what's written there, and then I'll explain to you why it debunks your globe. Go ahead. What does DS stand for?
You can just go ahead and lay it out.
No. You are again lying.
Let me share the email of when we set this thing up. Let me share.
You know what? You are starting to quickly. You are starting to quickly show that you are running like the coward you are. I'm going to ask you again. What does DS stand for in the equation?
And this is typical. This is typical of flat earthers to avoid bagging up their
projection much? Projection much?
Claim that I'm running.
What does DS stand?
Flat earthers believe it.
What does DS stand for? What does DS stand for in the equation? You just said you know what it says.
Let me just share real fast what we discussed. What we agreed upon when we set this thing up. So what I have shared there, if you look at the comments, that's my actual email to you.
Yeah.
Right. And let me increase this. It says, "Hello, Flatzoid. MDD said the topic is too niche for MDD. So how about we hop on my Discord Saturday and I'll stream our discussion. I know you might want to stream it as well, which is what you're doing now. I can give you a chance to present your position. You can let me know how long you need. I have a stage set up so we can be on the stage so no one interferes. I don't have many followers, so it'll probably be just us anyway, but others may potentially join Discord as well. After you are finished, we can have a back and forth on it, and I can challenge your position. You can also take questions from anyone who joins Discord on the stream or even questions from your followers. Right now, we're at the point where I'm challenging your position, and you're trying to ask me questions even though you already said I don't understand. This is skeptics because it's common with flat earthers where you want to be just this sort of gotcha thing rather than actually discussing the science, actually discussing where it came
Are
from.
you
'Cause I
done?
believe at some level you know.
Are you
I believe
done?
at some level you know is not going to pan out. I believe at some level you know is going to fall short
the
of what you want to
The
make it safe.
projection is
That's
insane.
why you have to give a general
Okay.
equation.
Okay,
That's why when
Darryl.
I played myself saying, you believe this drawing a general equation means, it's amazing.
What is
So put it like this, man. If you're unwilling to do like we agreed here, and
I
lay
got
your
up what you
position out,
asked.
and let me challenge your position. If you insist on trying to ask me questions after you already said I don't know, which makes asking me questions irrelevant, there's no reason for us to continue. So do you have something to present? Do you know what you're talking about and you can share it, or do you want to stop now?
I've literally got on screen presenting to you what you're saying I'm not presenting. So again, you made a claim that you know what's
Ask me
written.
questions and let me challenge
You
your
won't even
position
let me
like we
talk.
agreed upon.
Listen,
instead of trying to do this gotcha thing.
this tactic you got to try and get me frustrated to make me leave, quote unquote, is not going to work. I've
Then let's keep going,
dealt
and
with
let's-
I've dealt with people much more babyier than you. So I'm going to ask you again. You
Good,
claimed
good.
you know what this equation says. So I'm asking you again, because if you do know what the equation says, you would tell me what ds means. What does ds mean in this equation?
So
Did I lose you? What does ds stand for?
no, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm not going to play the game where you divert questions to me.
Sorry, you want me to show how this equation? You want me to show how this equation debunks? You want me to show how this equation debunks your globe? I'm doing just that, but I need you to, for once, be honest.
You don't have to ask me questions to do it.
Okay.
You don't have to ask me questions to do it. You can just do it. You don't have to ask me questions to do it. I don't have to say anything to do it. You can do it.
It's the
If you're
system.
going to do it, just do it.
ds is the system in reference we're talking to. So in other words, that would be the Earth. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. What is SQ?
Are you asking me a question again?
Yeah.
Okay. So just whenever you're ready to lay it out, man.
Must I tell you as well?
how
Must I
the
tell you?
general
Wait.
equation does that.
Notice how you told me you know what the equation means, and I'm telling you you don't. Okay?
Stop asking me if I don't, and just lay it out. I don't understand why we have to keep going through this. You've determined that I don't understand. You've said more than once that I don't, yet you keep asking me questions about it. That makes no sense to me. You've said I don't understand. I asked you if you lied about that. You said you told the truth. So just explain it.
Okay.
Why do we have to keep doing this?
Okay. So ds is the Earth system. That SQ would be space. Okay? That is in conjunction with the T, which would be the temperature. So that would be the work done on the gases. Do you know why this debunks the globe, Darryl?
You said DS is the Earth system. DQ is the
I thought you knew it.
Space?
Why are you writing this down if you already knew this?
And T is what?
Temperature.
Okay. And what were you saying? How it debunks it?
How it happens is if you have a closed system, by the way, that's why I wanted to see if you already know. This is based on a closed system. Is Earth a closed system, Darryl?
Still doing it, man.
Is Earth a
because
closed
you
system?
can't-
I just
believe
caught
it's-
you
I
in a
believe
lie
it's-
again. Wait, I just caught you lie because you said you know what this equation says. I just brought up a closed system equation for him, and he wants to tell me he knows what's written in there. Thank you very much. I think I've made my point. I think this debate's actually over, dude.
Sounds good, man. Let it be over. It was nice talking to you, man.
Is this the best you got?
Yeah.
Is this the best you got? Come on, Darryl. The guy that worked for NASA apparently doesn't even know thermodynamics. Come on.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, awesome. Well, I guess it was good. It was good talking to you, and yeah.
Okay. Bye then, Darryl. Next
Right,
time,
okay.
next time, learn the subject you want to actually discuss. It usually helps.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
What the hell was that?
Dude, that was an ass kicking. That was like, why are you? I'm sitting here like, why is this guy even here? What are you debating? Oh, I don't know any of that. Well, then shut the fuck up, man.
But you see, I was like, this guy knows nothing. Let me bring up the closed system entropy for him.
Guys, he's really working for the NASA. He's a flat surface conservator.
It's a
He does.
DEI hire, man.
But I mean, the guy, he literally says, "Oh, I know what's in the equation." Okay, tell me. He refuses. So then I tell him, and he writes it down, and then I'm like, this is based on a closed system. If you knew that, you would have told me it's based on a closed system, and then it would have been over.
He give me the link for that. Give me the link, and when he gets it, he just still goes on the same way.
I gave him MIT's specifically because MIT's one already goes into the Carnot principle, which doesn't have it written in that equation. It's already the derivative. So he couldn't get it. So he couldn't find it and actually tell me. Because I was looking at it and seeing he's trying to scroll through to find where it's written in MIT's. It's not there, mate.
Yes, Roger.
I haven't dealt with people like this. Isn't the first time I dealt with someone like that.
Yeah, they
And
just
the
want to
thing-
get you mired down into some stupid mathematics and semantics or some shit that don't have anything to do with what you're talking about. And it comes down to the basic, simple fact. Is Earth an open system or a closed system? It can't be both.
Sandro, I don't know his channel. Has he got a channel, that dude? On YouTube?
Yeah, he's got a channel because he was streaming. I think he's got like 250 people, subscribers or something.
See, Sandro, I wouldn't know. I don't go to any of them. But this was on Discord, but I dare say he's got a channel somewhere.
But this makes me wonder, did he even contact MDD about this? Or was he not confident enough that he would be able to debate it? Because if this had to go on MDD, do you think it would have looked any good for him?
Oh, wow. I mean, that would win with a short stream.
And I would have actually prepared a presentation. I didn't prepare anything for tonight. I just literally just saw bullshit from a mile away.
Well,
wow. Thank you guys for coming to the debate.
what did you...
You know what that was?
Is that what it was? Yeah, exactly.
That shit was over before it began. That's all I could say. It was like,
I mean,
God.
wow, could he not shut up? I'm like, take the batteries out, bro. Like, he just didn't want to let you be heard at all.
His
But
ego
it's
was
very
hurt, when you told him that he doesn't understand that, And from that time, he was like, attack, yapping all the time. He could say, no, I don't know. Or yes, I do. But he said, yes, I do. So if he doesn't understand, explain. Very simple. Just to confirm if you do or you don't. And he just couldn't admit that he doesn't know it. And
No, he kept trying to shift
look bad.
He kept trying to shift it. Well, you claim that I don't know it. No, do you or don't you know it? That's a simple ass question, and you're demonstrating that you don't.
Yeah, childishness. Because Flats says I don't know it, then I don't know it. Flats, well, there's no point in continuing because I don't know Flats. Well, prove Flats wrong and show him you know then.
But then why
this kind of
he out to debate on a subject he doesn't know?
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's the funny thing I don't understand. He claimed he worked at NASA and he was with a team that they actually engineered satellites to go to space. Then you would have to know that equation. You would need to know the thermodynamic process.
Makes you wonder what kind of romper room shit they really got going on up there at NASA, outside of the propaganda and stuff. It's just some playing with little models of spaceships and shit is, role play. That's all it is. It's just live action role play shit for them. LARP.
I'm a Glober, but I have to say, Darryl was disappointing.
Very much so.
But this is the same
Enough said.
shit I had from him on the debate at MDD. Was this exact same stuff? He wanted to attack my character, saying, 11 frames rubbish. And every time I would say something, equation. So I gave him an opportunity now.
I think he relied on you not giving him an equation or something, because then he was, yeah, well, you don't have an equation. Then when you give it to him, then he wants to, oh, well, give me the link so I can make sure you didn't make that up or some shit. Oh, okay. You know,
If
dude.
he would know it, he would know if Flat made it or not. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that's not like, why would it matter if I made the equation up or not? It's the entropy equation. And that's why I asked him, do you know the difference between science and natural law? Oh, you trust the scientists with this. What has the scientist got to do with natural law?
Or
Thank
science,
you,
to be
Tony.
honest.
£5 says ballers went their 5th booster after this. Want their 5th boost after this. They just have to go drink some tap water. They'll be fine. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. They do love their fluoride. That's one thing I do not drink is tap water.
Globe math proves flat Earth.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Oh, wow. I thought at least it's going to go on an hour at least.
Yeah, that
Well,
was wow.
No
But
competition.
you know, he had a lot of in common with the tap water, this guy. He was tap dancing a lot.
He wouldn't let me talk.
Well, no, that's one of his tactics. I've seen him before when he's like on MDD and shit. That's what he wants to do, is constantly interrupt, take you off down into the minutia. Well, where's the link to it? You know, it's like, what the fuck does it matter? Just go into Google on your own damn thing and look. You know?
Jolly man, PJ, stop eating the Earth. I was eating a pizza. Nice, like it. I like it.
Yeah, he's working for NASA with a broom.
Doing what for NASA? I mean, there's a lot of people there. There's people that clean the toilets and all kinds of shit. Doesn't mean they're, involved in the space part of it. Or any part of it, really.
I guess we can go through that other video then that we saw, that those people are doing the examination of that of the final experiment. If you guys want to,
Sure.
Or not.
because I haven't watched it yet.
We might as well. We got lots of time left over now.
Yeah, I mean, that debate took forever.
Yeah, I mean that's right off the bat. I was like, well, what? Well, I don't understand that. Okay, well then why are you here even? Debate's over. Go away.
Yeah, I mean, I even took an afternoon nap just in case, so I don't feel too
Afternoon nap.
Roger Little, thank you for your $2. Tony, they will need 6 more, but I think it won't help. No, definitely not. Thank you for the super chat. You rock. Okay, so these guys, it says it's from Celtic Films. Did they lie? The final experiment in Antarctica, a filmmaker's examination of evidence. So they actually make films.
Okay.
I did share this in the last live stream, but I'll share it again. Ooh, what's going on there? And then we'll watch this and see what they say.
Why not?
All right, Coco. We're going to be talking about the final experiment, Antarctica. Coco, look at me. You're a snow dog of some sort. You got snowflake looking stuff on your skin. Tell me, what was your observation about whether or not they went to Antarctica? You look very dull about this situation. Coco, please, you must have a response. You must have some kind of thoughts, some kind of notion. I mean, you're like a snow dog, sled dog, or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. Do you think they went to Antarctica? Do you think they saw the polar bears?
What do you think, Coco?
Coco, talk to us.
Dogs
Tell
looking
us
at them
what
like
you
they're
think.
insane.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a real story, or do you think this is just something to fabricate the fact that the Earth may or may not be flat?
Thanks for joining us for the review and the critique of the final experiment in Antarctica. And we're going to review the footage and see what we find. Here's a first shot.
Jeremy T says he started to watch it. He thinks it's quite deceptive, but that's one person's opinion. I'm just saying what Jeremy T has said in chat.
Yeah.
So he has his drone out. He's making.
This is Will Duffy.
He's making his beeping noises.
And he has it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And the concern people are having here is
Yeah, so look, if you look over here, it's beeping and it's going towards the other guy. I don't know who that is. But people are saying that after it passes this guy, it's still beeping, so there must be some kind of wall there, like a LED screen wall.
Alright.
But he's still really close to where it beeps. And we did our own version of this. It's not exactly the same, but
it's similar. It's pretty close.
we have a drone, and I fly it all the time for our work and stuff. And this stuff beeps when it's not even that close, even. So if you look here, we kind of did it here where it's beeping.
It's quite far away from them. How much meter would you say that is? About 3 meters?
3. Yeah.
3-4 meters, and it's beeping.
Yeah. Is it the same drone though? Exact same drone? I mean,
Nah, I don't know. This looks like a DJI Phantom.
that's what I'm saying. Some drones might have different distances when it comes to the sensor and that. I don't know. If
And it's very
you're
possible
going
they
to
could
test
edit
it, you need to
the
test it
sound.
with the exact same drone.
And it's possible they could have edited the sound as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fantastic. Nice.
Sorry, guys. I really thought there'd at least be a debate tonight. I thought it'd be more exciting than that. So sorry for the hype. But exciting news. I am debating Dave McKeegan about the TFE Sun on Monday evening.
Oh no.
Nice. Wow.
So there will at least be a debate.
It'll be a decent debate if he gets his dog to debate you. You know what I mean? But
What he's trying to show you that there is still a longer distance where that camera will still beep, the drone will still beep. Isn't it like a protection thing? Because it does feel
it's-
something close. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a wall. It could be any object. It could be that person. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what it does, it's obstacle avoidance technology. So it has cameras around it, little tiny ones, and it senses the distance between objects. And whenever somebody's by it or something's moving next to it, it's going to constantly beep. And sometimes it glitches
There's a
out and it
problem
beeps
with
further
that.
than it needs to.
There's a problem with that though, because after it gets past tune, it starts beeping rapidly, not like do like that. No, it slows down after it passes tune, almost stops, and then you hear it start going do, and then you see tune hurriedly try to move close to the drone to cover for the shit. And then he starts moving it backwards. So that's the thing. Listen to the speed of the beep, not just the fact that it's beeping. As it gets closer to something, it starts beeping faster. We saw it go away from tune, start beeping slower, then suddenly start beeping fast again. That's what we ran into there. That's the problem. And they're trying to cover this shit, and it's not going to work, man. It's just not going to.
I've had that happen to me before. But I want you to watch this shot right here, Sarah. What do you think of this? Do you notice anything interesting about this shot?
well, Duffy's in it, so no.
See it yet?
You're back.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, so if you look on the bottom right corner,
Yeah, that green.
do you see that person?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was going to say I saw that, but I didn't know if that's what you were
that
wanting me
other
to see.
person.
Yeah, there's a person over there.
So look how
That was
far he
pretty cool
is.
thing.
Look where he begins, though. So
That's
it's good call,
So
man.
he's all the way out there. So there is no
And this.
screen that big, LED screen that I know of that can compensate that distance of a walk. And people will say the one in Vegas, but that's not even big enough for this. And they would have to build a stage because the Vegas one is designed chairs like this and the screen's like right on top of them. It's a massive screen, but there's no distance between the chairs and the screen. So they'd have to build a platform
Nope.
uh,
Nope.
just to try to
I
get
mean,
this much distance, and that's
Correct.
it's focal length. Have you
Mhm.
ever been watching a movie and then somebody, the character, they got him in frame right there, and he'll like have suddenly something will come to him, and all of a sudden everything that was behind him and everything else zooms up close to
Forward,
him,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was still the same distance away. This is focal length.
Focal length,
But
yeah.
that doesn't show me that he was way off in the distance at all.
Yeah, focal length can change how much you perceive for a thing to be far away or not.
Like Hitchcock used that type of effect quite
Yes.
a lot and all that. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he did. It's a focal length technique.
Mm-hmm.
so. This is way too big of a space to have an LED screen behind it.
Yeah, and that's why I say, to me, it's more along the lines of some of it they could have faked with LED. I mean, think about it. Some of it, did they? This is why they should have showed the whole sun live for 24 hours, like they said, because they do things like this live, just because they were there. Okay, they're not literally showing the sun going around 24 hours there. The sun's just not in view.
Only update says, why earmuffs indoors? This bothers me. Yeah, why earmuffs indoors? And they got the heating on.
But yeah, I still think it was possible. They could have gone down, took a HDR photo environment so they could get all cross-reference and create a 3D render environment for them. Simple.
I should have called out that person. I knew I saw a person, but I didn't know that's what you're. I was looking for like an actual glitch.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. Okay. So I want you guys to watch this shot here and then let me know what you see, any weird anomalies or anything like that.
he means let you know in the comments.
Yeah.
In the
Wait for it. Wait for it. Whoa. Check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a
There we go. There's the focal length because it's changing the field, the depth perception, the field of view. You're able to do that, and that's what I'm saying. It also changes how far you can see or not.
fence obstructing the view of the camera, the lens, but yet you don't see it when it's not focused
diffraction.
on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
That right there shows that light does interesting things. It can bend. And just to make sure that this was not fabricated, I got Sarah to film me filming through the fence. Right there, you can see that. And that's just very cool how light works. If you look at the 360 time lapse, you'll see that they have multiple cameras on it, so there's some kind of funny fuzzing around it, but that's light bending and it halos around people. So there it is. So you can see here in this time lapse, there's a little fuzzy around some of the tripods and the table.
Remember, I was talking about that. I was
Yeah.
talking about all the diffraction around all. It just doesn't look really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Mm-hmm.
That could be because to me that looks like it's two. 360 camera has 4 cameras on the box and they overlap, so that can mess with you. You know. I know this thing is that
Mess with you. Okay.
cameras, lenses, sensors, and light, they can play tricks on you, you know. But if you watch this clip here, this has nothing to do with the camera. Even though the sensor of a camera, if the light hits it really hard, it can actually burn the sensor and
look
it
there,
turns
there.
black. But
That's true. That is not. I've heard people say that's just artifacting.
if the light
I've heard they say that's just artifacting.
hits it really hard,
Right.
That's weird.
it can actually burn the sensor and it turns black. But this is not what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at this, what do you think here, Sarah?
Chroma key. It's exactly what I was saying. Chroma key. And this is why I was saying it still pulls into what I say. They could just having an HDR created environment. I really do still think that. It looks more and more to me. That's why, remember the video I said, why do you need to fake it if it's real. And this explains why the chroma key was on. Not because he forgot it, was because they were using it for some things. That's why.
It looks like there's a logo on the camera lens when you see
Chroma
it.
key.
Look at his jacket.
And I just want to
No,
quickly point out,
Think here, it
If
can
you go
actually have
back,
nothing to do with the camera,
look how
even
high-
though the sound
look how high that glitch is. I'm going to just mute it. Okay. It's above the mountains, correct?
Yeah. Right.
Remember I said everything below the mountains is real. That's already digitally added. They're in Antarctica. But the sky is what's fake. And that, to me, shows that, yeah. Look back. And then you can see, what's the shape that's coming back there?
Yeah.
What's that?
Mountain.
What's that?
It's like the shape of the mountain, isn't it? Being projected up. Mm.
Almost. Really odd stuff.
So if you look at this, what do you think here, Sarah?
It looks like there's a logo on the camera lens when you see it.
Look at his jacket.
No, I see it on there, but that's what it looks like to me. It's just like there's like a logo or a brand.
And I got to point out, guys, I tried to look on his jacket once I took the chroma key off. There was no green there. So this wasn't green screen chroma key. This was set to a certain hue of blue. We're using blue screens.
It was a type of blue he had on there. It wasn't green.
It was set, yeah, he's got a certain blue there. So the chroma key was set to a certain blue. Okay? Think about that. What does Duffy use at home? Does he use a green screen for his chroma key, or does he use a type of blue screen? He uses green screen. And this was set to a type of blue. So it wasn't just he forgot it on. It was they used it in Antarctica.
Pasted on the actual lens in appearance wise, but I know some people think it's
Yeah.
green screen or something.
Yeah, so people are
Yeah.
saying this is a green screen. And then they also say there's a funny anomaly happening in this shot here. I'll show you right now. See, okay, if I stop it right now, you can see there's black splotchiness. That can happen two things. One thing, it can happen because, like I said, the sun can make black spots in the lens. I've had that happen to my lenses, and it actually can mess up your sensor in your camera. But this right here, this black spot on his face, it's not that.
Nope.
It's something else. So if you keep on watching,
It's on the
oh, there it
lens.
is. So you look,
Oh, yeah.
see, there's a line right in front of the sun. Now, this live stream is the same live stream he did with this guy with the TF error, the error thing that happened here.
So it's based on chroma key. Same live stream, so it's the chroma key.
So
Now that makes you see. That's what I'm saying. Now, why is there chroma key showing in the sky?
it's not a green screen, because if it was a green screen, it would do this where the shirt would showcase, it'd be like a see-through, it'd be a hole in his body. You would see Antarctica in the background again. So it wouldn't be his logo. It would be either one thing, the actual screen itself. So in this case, it'd be a blue screen because this part is blue of his shirt and the sky is blue back there. So it would be the blue screen, you'd actually see it, or it would be as if you're seeing through his body where you'd see the background of Antarctica. That's the only way this would happen, is if this was a green screen. Now, the question is, what is this? Will Duffy explains it, and Dave Wise explains it really well, and it's the backdrop for the app whenever you're live streaming. And this is a
Bullshit.
It's the backdrop for the app. What app? For the app? What?
Okay, must I stick my green screen on quickly chroma key? Do I get that same thing? No, I've never seen that. That's rubbish. I'm sorry. I don't buy that.
same live stream, with this image right here with the shirt, and it's the same live stream that he did with the sun glitch. It's the same live stream. He had that setting set up on his laptop.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if he still had that TFE back, that's not going to show up in the sky if there's nothing for it to chroma key there. That's the whole point. So this is, again, just another excuse.
Do you think so, Dylan? Dylan says that's a man in the earmuffs.
For streaming to cut out the blue screen. When you're looking at the shot of the sun here, you'll actually see his logo, that little line. So if you slow it down, see it, Sarah? It's like a little circle.
Yes.
It's the one part of his logo. So I go back here, look, slow motion.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. It is
No,
that
it is part of the logo, isn't it?
But the issue is not that. The issue is, why is the chroma key showing in the sky?
Yeah.
That's the issue here. That's what you should be pointing out. I'm not moaning saying, okay, it's the backdrop. Great. The issue is, why is it showing in the sky?
You can actually see his face. Right in the middle, you can see Duffy's face. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just overlaid it to show that's the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
So that's them doing it.
It's taking forever. See, it's like a circle. So he in Will Duffy's logo, he has a circle of Antarctica, like on a flat Earth, and then he has the other side of it. It's just Antarctica on a globe. What it's showing here is actually the flat Earth Antarctica in slow motion. You can see it, and this is an actual proof to showcase that this was not a green screen, and this was not an LED wall, but this was that setting on the live stream app.
See what I'm saying? Making excuses for it now. You're not supposed to be concentrating on, okay, yeah, yes, they left the chroma key on. The point is, why is the chroma key working in the sky?
Right.
Exactly.
But you see, he just popped up Dave Wise saying, oh, Dave explained it well.
Wow.
So I'm going to be a bit skeptic of these two from now on.
Absolutely.
Right, it imposes his backdrop. So yeah, these two shots were, again, they were shot at the same time, the same live stream. So he had the setting on for both images. That's why it had a malfunction both times.
So if you guys have any other questions about what David's explaining, just ask him in the comments section. You can do it in the comments or in the live stream, and we'll try to respond to all the questions.
Again,
you guys may have.
Sorry, I didn't want to make.
It's
but
good.
just so you know that me and Sarah have been working on film work for a long time, and I've done a lot of compositing stuff in the past for other projects. So I have a general sense and idea how this works,
No,
So,
I can see he knows what he's talking about it.
just to say that.
Doesn't mean that he doesn't need to talk bullshit to try and cover up. I don't know him from a bar of soap. I don't know about you guys.
No, I don't know.
Just to add his 2 cents.
Yeah, my 2 cents. Bloop. My expertise.
Yeah.
My expertise.
You said that one, sorry.
Okay. All right.
Why
this
does
one.
it seem to me he's taking all the arguments Dave Weiss has already tried, arguing for? I thought he's going to do more, based on VFX kind of stuff.
Growing shadows. I mean, what's he got to say for this?
Because this is exactly all the arguments Dave Weiss talks about. So in other words, has he been talking to Dave Weiss about this and they say, hey, why don't you cover for me? Because you're an expert in this field, so they'll believe you.
Was the most silliest one to me. What do you see, Sarah? You see that?
My coffee cup. Let's see here.
It's two different angles of the
wow.
light.
Yeah, I see it.
What do you think that means?
I think it means that God has planted 2 suns in Antarctica.
Shut up. Okay, so they're saying the implication is that the light source is too close, and it would showcase that the shadows
Yeah, means a local
that way where it would divert
sun. Local sun. Yes.
like that. However, me and Sarah went out and we shot this.
Doing exactly a Dave Weiss. Yeah, you just showed that the sun is local by your area too. In other words, local sun. It's not debunking that the sun's not local in Antarctica. You get it? Oh man.
Me and my fancy sweatpants.
So I'm stopping at this right here. If the light was coming like this, they were going in different directions in this perspective, that means there'd be multiple lights on set. And that would prove that it was on a set and it was faked, like they did in the moon landing where they had multiple different directions in this perspective. However, when you go the other way, it doesn't prove that. It just showcases a local sun.
There we
That's
go.
it.
By the way, it was a really cold day yesterday, as you can tell. You can hear that wind. I should have been wearing a coat.
So look, there it is. There's the divergent sun, the shadows. It's all perspective, you know, and I think we need to consider that before we go out and make videos like this. So yeah, there it is. There's Sarah, and I'm gonna get her to walk.
Okay, so stay there, then walk across to your right, that way.
There she goes. She's walking across.
That way, all the way.
There's my catwalk.
Wow, look at that. That's a huge shadow change.
That's fine, you did good.
Let's play that on repeat.
Okay, walk back. Just walk across all the way to our car.
Nice. Yeah, this seems to be everything covering that exactly Dave Weiss is covering. That's what makes it very skeptical to me.
Oh wow, my
Pause.
shadow just did something really weird.
There it is. Look at that. That's crazy shadow, but it's because where the source is. It's a local source.
I agree with that.
It doesn't mean it's in the studio. It means that our sun is local
I agree.
on this flat plane.
Oh, brilliant.
Good job, Sarah.
I
Let's
agree
play
with
it
you,
again
man.
just so that any.
That's great. Find something.
Yeah.
So this one is very interesting. Okay, so let's just play this shot. It's a time lapse, and it looks like
There's no footprints.
there is no footsteps on the snow.
Or new footsteps is what
Yeah,
he's saying
yeah,
from
new.
the feet walking around here, the current feet.
Yeah, and where's the footsteps, right? It's very interesting, right? Okay, so a few things I want to mention. As I live in a cold climate, and Sarah's lived in a cold climate, we can attest that it snows. Let's just say it snows, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this?
Why does it remind me of Don Petit looking at that Marciano guy on the ISS? You see stars, right? Yeah, yeah. Why does it remind you of that? Let's quickly go back. Watch this.
It snows. Let's just say it snows, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this?
I mean, you can start it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when it snows, it falls, it's really nice and it's soft. And then it gets warm and the snow melts a little bit. And then,
This is exactly David Weiss's. Every single thing they're saying is what David Weiss says.
It's true.
I wonder if Dave Weiss is friends with these guys.
Yeah, well, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, how big is the channel?
Small. They're like
Oh, is it?
3,500 K or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.16.
Or maybe they just follow him and they just look at the Dave Weiss like God. So they are copying everything what he says.
Could be
But
that.
look, they're
Combination.
also pushing Joseph Hanby's model.
Yeah. Somebody said that already. Do you want to talk about ether and that model and stuff?
I don't. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I did do
I'm
a thing.
feeling a
in
bit,
it.
my skeptic radar is a bit high at this moment, these guys.
And then it gets dramatically cold again, and then it
Overnight.
snows overnight on top of it. And then
I
it
wanna
melts
say
it just a
something.
little bit because the temperature starts
But
warming up.
guys,
What he's
do
pretty
you
much
see?
explaining is like,
We are
Sorry?
questioning even the people who are supposedly on our side. So we are questioning everything. But globbers, if they know that someone is globber, they never question them.
No,
Right.
because as soon as it suits the narrative, they just accept it.
Who is more honest? Simple question.
True.
But I have to tell you something that debunks what they're just talking about now. If you have ice, I can show you now. You can create an ice crevice if you want to. As soon as it's lifted up, it's weaker. If someone has to walk on it, it will break that ice. There's no chips at ice, nothing. There's not even from the dust of the ice, because they've got the fine ice snow that's at least supposed to be further around. Not even that is disturbed. That's the issue with this.
I'm from Illinois originally. So if you get even a little bit of rain or something like that, the snow can melt and get super hard. Where there's a certain point where it may not leave that many footprints, and it may not even crunch at all because it turns into almost ice. So you have to take your foot and you have to like slam it into the ground to get it to crack, and it'll break into a big shard of thick ice.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot in like places like Illinois, because they'll go like 2 weeks of snow to a little bit warmer to really, really cold, like negative degrees. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just shifting back and forth, and you have that awful snow that when you step in it, it's like a thick ice instead.
And I want to ask you something. How often does it rain in Antarctica?
It never rains in Antarctica in the summertime.
You have to do it.
So how does it ice over again, guys?
I wonder.
We had those exact same conditions over the last 24 hours here. Okay. If you hear crunching noises, that means the ice or snow is breaking. Get it? Okay. When you hear that is the ice breaking. The frozen snow is breaking. And that leaves footprints. Okay.
It doesn't always happen. Sorry, it's not only happening to the ice; it's happening to the snow as well. And it doesn't matter if it's plus or minus, because I'm from Poland, so I was walking a lot on the snow during winter time. So even if there's a snow like a feather, and if you just walk on it, it always crunch.
Yeah. So that can eliminate footprints.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and if you look here, there's a run here. In certain areas, there is no footprints.
Hey, I thought you as a film engineer or whatever, you're supposed to know that. How are you supposed to see everything from this angle, really?
I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't give a shit if there's ridges in that or not. If that's frozen and it's ice, you're going to slip. You're going to slip. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Right now, I got tire ruts and all kinds of shit out in where it was melted.
Yeah.
And now it's froze back up. And I just went out to my Jeep a little bit ago, and I about twice busted my ass just walking.
Well, do they not use spikes? Do they have tread? Do they not just use like a flat surface with spikes in this kind of condition? Do they not, I don't know. I would have thought that if it's icy or something, they would use.
It looks like they're just using normal tackies.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they were
there's
using
running over
cleats
here.
of some kind, it would leave
Oh
them
yeah.
on.
And
It
I
just
like
looks like
that
normal. See, if you just look, it looks like
you are
normal.
including the longer version of this
I
clip
don't
so
see
that
any
people
spikes.
can see. I think personally, though, obviously this is a personal opinion here, seeing the track.
And yeah, you can see if you go back, she is slipping a bit. Look here, when she's running to the finishing line. Look here. Look how her feet is kind of doing a bit of a moonwalk while she's running. Watch.
Yeah.
Personally, though, obviously this
Yeah,
is a personal opinion
she
here,
slipped
seeing
there,
the track.
Yeah.
They have designed this as a track so these runners can run on it.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at what they're using. They are using a tire from like some kind of vehicle to do that.
Yeah.
And it's in that area. In the other clip that we're seeing that same issue, tires will compact it down. It like builds it.
That's not a tire, Blondie, just to let you know.
Definitely not a friggin' tire.
It's
They
more
use a
like a
tractor.
rake of some kind.
Yeah, they use a tractor with a plow in front to get it. It's not a tire, Moss.
Exactly. What kind of tire? What kind of tread is good if it's just straight linear lines? You know what I mean? Without any kind of zigzag to it. It's not.
Yeah. That's a hell of a snow tire.
You know.
Perfect snow tire.
Down. It takes out all the air and it just builds it
Yes.
down.
So what they did is they use these heavy machineries to compact the snow to set up their base area. That's why, if you look at the shots, there's like a line, and people are saying that's the dividing line. No, that is actually the line where they soften and harden up. They flatten the snow area for.
This guy is a total expert
their
on
expedition.
ALU's Union Glacier Camp. All of a sudden,
It's
You
no, but
know?
it sounds to me like he's been talking to Dave Weiss, and they've been discussing, hey, you know, say this. Let's what can we do to debunk this? It does sound that way, like they've been in discussion. on
I wonder if he's got his app promoted in the description or anything.
that. So I call this bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't know you, man, but just based on what you're showing, I agree. You do know what you're talking about, but are you being honest with what you're giving? I don't think so.
So
And I'm telling you, Dave Weiss is behind this.
Whatever. And another thing about this shot here is, if you know compositing, so this cannot be a green screen. It'd have to be something outside of that. So if it was a composite shot on green screen, whenever you have,
know what else would give that, mate? If they took HDR images before and created a 3D rendering environment, it's already got it. It's already got that already in there. And that's why you don't see the snow breaking. Why? Because they're in a 3D environment. They're not in an actual environment they claim. That's why.
What do you think?
have a shadow on top of another shadow, you would have a double darkness of shadow. So in these crevices, it'd be darker, double the darkness, and that's a multiplication of the images on top of each other.
But that's also ignoring that the snow is white and it reflects a lot of light from all directions. So it wouldn't really change how dark the shadow would be. It's like taking a mirror. The light is bouncing off to you. So as soon as you're walking, it's gonna cancel out that dark shadow. It's gonna keep about the same.
And so that right there shows you that this is not a green screen composite of these footsteps.
No, I agree. It's not green screen.
And if the only way they could do that as a green screen, they would have to key out the shadow altogether and CGI the shadow on top.
The blue screen and green screen. How do we know they didn't invent something else, something more efficient than that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It could just be that could just be a fake because it could just be HDR environment made.
Or even something even more advanced.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
I agree that's not green screen though. I agree. But that's their way of trying now to get, how can I put it? It's the hand wave dismissal. It's like, let me take you there to the green screen on this hand. Well, this is the actual thing we're supposed to be talking about.
You'd think she's in Antarctica. I mean, she's got gloves and earmuffs on indoors. What the hell?
And drinking hot cocoa.
And that is hard work, especially with all these crevices that you need the shadow to go into these crevices the whole time around. And that is a lot of
that bolsters her image. That bolsters her I'm a cold weather expert.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
maybe that's what it
Right.
is. No,
It's symbolism
it is.
for saying guys, I actually support the TFE.
It's
Uh,
little subtle subliminal things, isn't it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Oh yeah, it's like
Sorry,
fitness
Dylan, Jaren
historian.
can't say the earth is
Yeah.
flat, but he's done it the community. Jaren doesn't believe the earth's flat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The guy's a joke.
Yeah, I agree with Silver on that. That's what I'd say. What's your stat?
Yeah, it's they take some guy, put him in a bow tie and shit with a suit, set him down in front of some books with a globe and a little chyron at the bottom, famous historian and shit. You don't know. They might have just dressed up the janitor. He's reading a script, man. That's just so you'll take the perception of whatever he says as,
Yeah, Professor.
you'll accept it because of your perception of the presenter.
Absolutely.
That's they do that all the time, like your commercials. They have a guy dressed up in a lab coat with a stethoscope, holding a clipboard or something.
Yeah,
Right underneath it says, "This is not a real doctor."
exactly.
And then at the end of the commercial, though, they'll say, "Be sure and ask your doctor about," and it's like, wait, you're in addition to this guy, right? All right, cool. So all I got to do is find an actor that can play a doctor, and I'll ask him. God.
Madness.
Yeah, listen, they play on your perception constantly.
All the time. All the time.
It's all image.
That'd be
game.
really hard work, even for the high-end VFX teams. I'm talking over $50 million just to
And it takes time. When he's adding money, he's also talking about the time. And I think
a lot of
I
time.
think some people forget how much time it takes to edit a full feature film.
Yeah.
Even with a big team, like you said, that's getting paid a ton of money, all of it is work, these minor details. So this would mean that they had to plan
Maybe
this
like 2
Yeah, because
days.
you'd have to rotoscope every single step, but I agree with him on that. But the point is, they're pushing to the green screen the whole time. When no one's saying that's green screen. Are they standing on a green screen? No, no one's claiming that. They're just claiming the ground is fake. Stefan, thank you for your 500 RSDs. Really appreciate it. He says, hey guys, you can watch this video, same place as 24 Hour Sun at 3:30. The guy in blue jacket starts walking back and breaks ice. Yes. That's so true. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate it. We'll watch it after this quickly. Actually, let's get it on. Just quickly. There we go. You can see that this is the time mark. You're going to walk back now.
Wait, this looks so strange. Why do we have on the left side?
Oh,
and
there
right
we go.
side?
Oh, it's these guys watching the. This guy's
Show again
walking back.
the mountains, please.
We'll get there back now because there's Union
Yeah.
Glacier as well.
It
But I
looks
want to
very
see
strange.
the guy breaking the ice.
They're looking north.
But look, on the left side and right side, there is like a freaking.
Something.
Wait, okay, no.
Everywhere is sun, like on the horizon. Light on the horizon, but the mountains just cover that.
But you
And
see,
there
there's
is-
Union Glacier camp supposed to be there.
That's really odd. How it looks like. It's like a
And
this
this
sun,
was,
artificial sun.
and I wonder what time this was. He said 3 o'clock. 4th December. Just as 4th to 2020. I wish they gave an actual time. But you see, this is where Jaren and them were. But why are they always looking at the sun? But there's something odd. It's always when we look at the sun for them, it's usually up here or it's here. It's like always, huh? Look at that. But yeah, there we go. Can't see right now.
I don't see those shadows fucking up anywhere.
No, look how straight they are. And this is also 360. Am I missing something? Okay, but that's quite beautiful. Okay.
Literally, all this had been shot
A year
and
ago.
done over. Yeah, a year ago. It had
or
to have been
more.
done.
Yeah, it takes a while. Even right now,
Yes, they do offer a trip from Cape Town to Antarctica. They send you to Troll Station. They literally call it Troll Station.
No, I remember you seen it before.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
done it before.
go to watch any Hollywood movie, you can tell when it's CGI because they don't have enough time to even work on it. So for this to be a special effects shot, it would have to be a high-end VFX team as well. I think it would have to be a government thing to even do
Absolutely.
this. It's kind of like the moon thing, right? And even then, they didn't do a good job. But
And keep in mind, we're just giving you guys information that we already know.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to have questions. It's okay to have concerns and stuff like that. But if you can test it, or you know people that know how to test these kinds of things, this is good. This is valuable. And it's okay to be wrong too.
yeah, and so
I also want to quickly point out something what I just said. Doesn't that sound like Witsit?
I was just about to say someone else said it's okay to be wrong too. It's okay to be wrong. That seems to be the buzz phrase.
Should be one.
It sounds like these guys have literally just taking what
They can
Witsit
hear
and
you.
Dave Wise keep saying. Like they've almost had a liaison with him.
Like I said before, they look like a wannabe. So they just follow and copied what they have said and they heard.
Yeah. Thank you, Stefan, for the super chat. He says, hard to explain how to find the guy, but he leaves footprints. Maybe someone will make a video about that. Just yeah, I'll look further into that, Stefan. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I'll definitely look further and see if I can find something on it. You rock.
if you look at the shadow itself, it's hugging the environment, and it's really difficult to do that even in post to add that shadow. And another thing you can notice, if you go from the beginning of the clip and to the end of the clip where he's gone, you actually see the snow change. See, look, Sarah, there.
I see it. It's on top, right? Is
And
it
then
top?
there. See, look, there. Oh, here.
I don't know where you got to put the arrow there.
Right there. Where he was standing.
Go.
There,
Yep,
see?
yep, absolutely. There it is.
So there
Shazam.
was some of the snow that was moved here from before he was there and until after he was there.
Yep.
So there was some kind of change.
There was a little bit of a change there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Let's go to the next footage.
Edward.
Hi, my name is Bruning Breeze.
Oh,
Why isn't your breath foggy?
vape gate. I want to see how he talks about
It's
that.
not as foggy as it was a second ago. It's not foggy right now. Right before I started the stream, I tested it, so I knew you guys were going to say that. My breath was like super foggy earlier, but
So sometimes you'll have breath in the morning, and when it gets warms up and there's less moisture in the air, it will go away. I mean, it doesn't matter where you live. Sometimes when it's cold out there, you'll have breath, and sometimes you won't. And it's not a proof or a disproof that they were there or not. It's just an observation.
Have some breath.
And if you can look here, there's a guy we follow, and we just randomly saw him walking and talking by his place.
Okay,
in
but
the
why
snow.
aren't you showing him vaping, man? That's what you're supposed to be showing.
Out there, and there's no breath.
He's a YouTuber.
He's just randomly talking. You don't see it. Not only that, sometimes you will see breath. Sometimes
It's
you'll
not
see breath
really cold either.
because there's a
I can tell it's not really cold.
He's only got a hoodie on.
Yeah, that's probably maybe 40 degrees, maybe Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's
and that's not really all that cold. You know, especially, I bet you that snow's packing under his feet. That's great snowball wet fight weather right
yeah,
there.
that's it. Ugly snow. Yeah.
You even see how it's setting on the limbs.
Mm.
a
Trying to
backlight,
trick us, man.
and that will help showcase breadth. So like when you do a movie and you want to have atmosphere and you want to have the rays of light coming in, you put fog in there. And to see that those rays, you gotta have the light coming from the back towards camera so you can see those rays. Sometimes to see the breath, you need either have a black backdrop to have a contrast between the breath, or you have it backlit, then you can see the breath. And sometimes there's no breath at all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
However, let's continue watching this clip.
And sometimes it's from a vape pen, man.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't
Jeremy T says David Weiss is in their upcoming movie about ancient cosmology. Confirmed.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. Should we trust anything they say then?
Not really.
No humidity. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's super dry.
Oh, sorry, guys. I just subscribed to them. I think I should unsubscribe.
Hold on. Unless that I don't know. Is that a joke or you actually mean that, Jeremy T? Before I say anything, before it goes any further, is that a joke or is that actually true?
That's why my lips are super chapped. It's not even windy. My lips are super chapped.
$32,000. You pay for it. He said.
Just pick up some snow. Okay. I'm not wearing gloves, so that's a terrible suggestion. I'll be right back and grab some gloves. I'll pick up some snow.
So what do you think of that? What do you
Well, he could have. I mean, I'm a winter girl, meaning I lived in Illinois. I would have probably still picked up the snow even with my bare.
Yeah, me too. It's just ice,
Look,
man.
if there is a dry, there is no problem with picking up the fucking snow. Nothing happened to
No.
you.
He
So-
needed gloves.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, but he needed his gloves so he can go and take a vape. That was the excuse.
Yep.
That was it. He just needed his excuse to go vape.
So then
Exactly, we will see what they are saying when they see this breath with the vape. So they will just expose themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I will do Maria. I will do
Hands.
movies in a bit.
Yep.
But I will say, though, I still have habits to this day to walk outside in cold weather and not put a pair of gloves on. And I've gotten better with it.
So why
The
don't
fact that he
you
didn't
put
have
gloves
gloves
when you're
on right
inside?
away because he's messing with technology. Well, we have an example to show you that you can't play with computers and cameras very well when you have gloves on. And here's an example of me trying to turn my camera on.
Okay, I'm recording now.
See, it's not working.
For
Glove on.
this kind of
You get
you can use
gloves.
special gloves.
Yeah, you get gloves sensitive. You
Yes,
get gloves where you can touch your screen. Not a problem.
They should have changed this.
I'm not
They
even
should
expensive.
have changed this video name to TFE Apologetics.
Well, it's this simple too. I've worked my camera outside when it's cold and shit, and I take my glove off, get it going or whatever, and then I put my glove back on because it's fucking cold, man.
He takes it off. He literally just put it on to pick up the snow and straight away took it out off again. And what would have done to him if he just quickly ducked down and just picked up snow quickly with his hand? It's not like he would get snow soft bright in that -8 degrees weather. Come on.
Yeah.
That's why Sarah was wearing her gloves that come off so you can have the finger touch.
Yeah, and we film all the time. We've filmed in different weather, like environments and stuff. And a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, I don't wear gloves at all.
Yeah.
Because I know that with the glove, this material right here that I'm wearing right now, even trying to poke that button, there's a button that you turn on sometimes it won't feel, and you have to doing it again and again, and you don't want to, especially when you're like doing like a wedding or some kind of time constraint project, you want to hit that button right away and it to turn on. You don't want to miss it,
Yes,
because
we understand.
even in
Yes.
So-
Okay, let's go on.
There's a little breath. What's up now?
what's up, what's it?
Deeper breath. and it
Oh,
sounds
she
great.
knows who Whitson
Ah,
is.
there you go. There you go. There you go. Words that she yeah. Yeah. That just
She
says
just
it.
gave it
Just by
away.
that reaction now. By that
She just gave
reaction.
it away. When they start
Mhm.
laughing, it's like, you know, almost like a fake laugh there. You know,
Yeah.
like they've already seen this.
Yeah, of course. They're
And now it's like,
already
hey, what's that?
biased.
Hey, what's it? Ah,
Yeah, they're already they've already got a bias. So like whether it's anything to do with Dave or anything or not, that just takes it further. But we've got the bias here. That reaction to Whitsit being on screen, it just says it all.
I got a camera view from Union Glacier, a picture from 5 hours ago,
yeah.
and you can barely tell that there's anything there,
Wow.
except for there's a couple of those flags sticking up. It's just white, the whole thing. It's terrible. You want to see it real quick?
Yeah. I've actually got a question with the flags as well. Where did McToon put those in his bag?
You see that? That's 5 hours ago.
It's not showing. It's just showing a
Yeah, it's
gray
there. It's there. You got to look close. See, there's one of the flags.
Is that a picture? It just looks like a gray screen.
Yeah, see, there's one of the
Wow.
flags right there. There's one
yeah.
of the flags. You can barely see the horizon right here.
Wow.
There's a couple little buildings there. It seems to be kind of dark.
Dude.
Insane.
That's
Yeah. So that's where I got that. And this was yesterday at what, 4:18?
well overcast.
Look at all those clouds.
It's different.
And
Different.
then go. Yeah, there's Saturday at 4:18. That's 4:00 in the morning. And there was 5 hours ago.
Wow.
And then you're back to Friday. And those are just from the one at the Union Glacier Blue Ice Runway.
Crazy. Roger Little, thank you for $2 super chat. Says, hold on. We need a real expert. Call Car and B.
Oh, Christ.
Call her for what? I'll call her everything except a phone call.
Thank you for the super chat, Roger. Really appreciate it. Yeah, call an expert, Karen B. Karen B even was like, no, how do you even know that's a vape? It doesn't look like a vape.
Oh, for goodness sake. She's
What?
aptly named.
Did you see what Dick Wayne said in here? He said Whitsitt was also smoking cigarettes while on location.
Yes,
He
it was.
says because he was very stressed out about being questioned so much. Why?
Yeah.
If you're on the up and up, there should be no stress in answering questions. Come on.
And wasn't he saying that it hurt to breathe when he was there? Why would you be smoking if it hurt to breathe?
I still want to know, for a person that doesn't vape anymore, why did he decide to vape?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if I say, okay, guys, I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in years. I go on holiday. Oh, look, I found some whiskey or whatever in my duffel bag. I just decided to drink some. No, if I haven't drank in a year and I've decided I won't do it anymore, I take that bottle and I throw it down in the trash.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like me finding an old bag of drugs and shooting it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd do that, am I? I'd chuck
Exactly.
Okay, before we mention the vaping situation, so if you're going outside and you're trying to breathe, it's gonna go away because the cold is gonna come in, and you're not gonna have that dynamic between hot and cold. So you gotta have your mouth closed and let the heat build up, and then you can blow out.
Nope. Your lungs is warm from your body.
Uh-huh.
The moisture comes from your lungs, not from outside in.
Then you need to hold your breath to heat up. I mean,
Wait. I know, even when I used to go early mornings, for instance, let's say I'm going to go for a jog or whatever, I can go outside. Okay? I can literally sit there for 10 minutes, haven't ran nothing, and I can just breathe, and it's just coming out the whole time.
And
I
if
don't
you
need to worry, oh, is my breath going to warm up while it's coming out? It just carries on. Because why? It's coming out of my lungs.
Right. So what they tell you not to do when your hands are cold is this: try to use friction to get them warm. You don't do that, okay? Where they and then you put
Why?
your hands under your arms like this, and you get the heat from inside your body through your breath. Look I didn't have to hold my breath to do that.
That's why I say this is all just apologetics.
Of course.
This is TP apologetics, man.
I mean, you got to hold your breath to heat up. You're going to pass out. You know what I mean? You're already you're fine. Like Sof says, you breathe on your hand, it's warm. When do you ever breathe out and it's cold? And unless you blow hard through the pursed lips, you're not going to get cold if you're just breathing. But if you blow, maybe, yeah, but no. I agree with Sof.
You will have some air. However, he did the vape thing, and let's watch that. So he walks out.
Let's see what he says now.
Smokes his
Important.
vape there, and then he comes to the computer right away. He doesn't bend down or anything.
Are they busy referencing me now? You're busy referencing me now. Doesn't bend down or anything. He's literally got him bending down to take the vape.
Wow.
Wow. What?
Doesn't bend down or anything.
It's more damage control.
Thanks for referencing me, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
So I don't know if he released the vape already before he got to the screen or not.
There's a little breath.
So
What's up now?
What's up now?
What's up now?
What's up? What's it? What do you say, Sarah? What do you think?
So my theory, obviously it's a theory, is you guys or whoever it was is asking him to prove himself in Antarctica. And obviously there's a lot of stress of people calling him a shill and all that stuff, and doesn't mean it's right to even fabricate it, but it's highly probable the only reason why he walked over and did that is so that you would lay off on telling him that he's not actually in Antarctica.
Yeah, and this is why we said to him, well, then just concede and say you were pressurized to do it.
Yeah.
Instead, what does he does?
Double down.
You guys are all liars. You're slandering me. I never vaped, but then I did vape, and I put my vape away because I don't want to show it on camera, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
What's that thing he's coming out of?
And as we all know, we live in a people-pleasing time where everybody cares about whatever.
Everybody doesn't care what people think of you.
Which is allegedly about the truth. The truth fears no questioning, then apparently.
Well, I want to ask a question though. Flat Earthers, yeah. Do you care what the hell people think of you?
No.
I don't give FCK.
We're a flat earther. We don't give a damn what people think of us. And by the way, I think I'm a bit old to worry about peer pressure, by the way.
Yeah,
Flat
right.
For you, it's only flat earth. For me, it's multiple things. So I really don't give a FCK for the way wider.
This is insane. This is literally TFE apologetics. This is no.
Everybody thinks of them, all that jazz. So, yeah, that's my note.
This is my thought here. The fact that he's saying, "Oh, here's breath," and for the whole live stream there is no breath. I think you'd be really stupid just to think that, oh, this is going to prove that there's breath. I think he just saw breath come out. He's like, oh, look, there's breath. And he wasn't thinking, he wasn't marrying the vape to the breath.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, shit.
That's a stupid explanation.
Absolute crap, dude. Absolute crap.
Ah, come on, bro.
You know what I'm going to say, so I don't even have to say it.
But at the end of the day, it just doesn't prove or disprove that they were in Antarctica.
No, it
like
doesn't.
You can't just use it as a definite.
Okay, we're going to say this again. Yeah, it doesn't prove or disprove in Antarctica. It proves they were dishonest in Antarctica.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm. He's meant to be for truth. That's what I'm saying. He always says the truth fears no questioning or whatever it is. But he's not standing up to that.
No scrutiny. Mm-hmm.
And why would you be
He's really
stressed out
sick.
about being questioned if you don't have anything at all to hide? People are going to ask you questions. You're going to answer them honestly. Why can't I see your breath? I don't know why you can't see my breath. I can see it when I'm over in the shade, but for some reason out here I can't see it, or whatever else.
But that shows you his intelligence level. I had to explain to him why you only see it sometimes when I spoke to him. I mean, really, Austin. And all this would have just been a way if you just said, yeah, guys, sorry, I was pressurized to do it.
Yeah.
Especially when there's nobody there. We're looking at these cameras and we're just assuming we're in somebody's head and thinking what they were thinking. Like, obviously, we had two different perspectives of thought.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So I wonder what your perspective of thought is. It might be different than mine. It might be different than David. We cannot see inside his head.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, that he just shown this freaking breath, and you can see the one big one, then smaller one, and then nearly nothing. And straight after that, he just turns away and walk away.
Yeah. Okay.
People get lost in
I
the
want to
weeds.
point out something. You know why they're showing this here? It's to take your attention off of Vape Gate that they just showed you from Woodsit. Let me quickly put an advert of us doing our film thing, so you forget what we just said and showed that it was deception.
And we go for a different topic.
Yeah.
And the stars and everything and trying to figure it out. I say, clear your head, reset, and then look at your world. And you'll realize that nothing will ever lead you to thinking you live on a ball except pseudoscience.
Where's the evidence for the curve? Where's the evidence for the rotation? And then where's the evidence for the revolution around the sun?
Why are we not taught what the ancients believed? Why do we only see this image of a boat going over the edge of some water? Nobody thought that. The Egyptians, the Greek, the Mayans, they all believed this solid expanse.
Oh. Okay. Origins Untold.
This
There we
must
go.
be what they were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
They won't admit that.
Oh man.
Oh, ancient, come on.
What does this tell you again? This is why the suspicion was they making all the arguments David Weiss made. Because why? They are buddy.
Yeah. You've already seen the way both of them reacted to it. What's up now? I mean,
Oh, Mark Sargent's in there again.
What's the name of this guy who is making this presentation now? Maybe he's in somewhere in the names.
That what's up now is the tell.
Mm-hmm.
What's up now is the tell.
Jay Tolan is also in here. Mark Sargent, David Weiss.
What's
Josh
Tolan doing in it? I mean, he's a blooming glober now. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, man. He's got every observation is flat earth observation, then goes on about bloody NASA, and then his latest video I see is to do with curvature. So I don't know what he's doing on it. But there you go.
That was like
Okay, so that was all the footage that we wanted to look at.
Aw.
The question is,
I was just gonna say, if there's any other footage you guys want to share and have us look at it in like a film perspective, just you can either email us, tag the links on some of our posts.
Yeah, I would like you guys to show pictures of Duffy and McToon in Punta Arenas and answer why they look 2 years younger.
Yeah. I want to see this the video from the 18th and the 19th. I want to see the ones from the 18th, and when they had that extra day that they had to spend in Punta Arenas. What's going on there?
And why Jaren's body cams footage of the one time lapse of Dave McKeegan's precisely the time doesn't match the clouds on both cameras.
I wanted to see a 24-hour live stream, but I didn't see one.
Oh
well.
Well, that's it, because it doesn't really help going on. So sorry, I don't trust them.
No.
Unfortunately, you can't.
I mean, it made it quite obvious. I mean, they made it quite obvious in the end, didn't they?
It's sad. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt in the beginning. It's like, everybody subscribe to them, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's very obvious. They're part of the David Weiss team.
Hmm. And they took. I mean, come on. There's a lot more evidence of fakery than that. They've took the most, the least of it. You know what I mean? The least of it. They've looked at. You know.
Mm-hmm. Quite sad. Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that, PJ. Eugene says. I know. Yeah, I'm not going to get shit now, am I?
Well, the votes ended. Well, didn't end, but the votes as stand. The law of entropy debunks the globe. 66% say yes. 34% say no. So yeah, there was practically no debate. I don't think we need to give another closing statement, do we?
Yeah.
We've done already tonight.
Hey, great debate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That was it was a something.
Or whatever that was.
Yeah, whatever that
It was a conversation because it was like he wouldn't try. He didn't let you talk, and once you did get to talk, then he didn't understand a thing.
It's so simple. Do you know what this equation means? Says yes. Okay, what does ds stand for? I think that's very easy. You just tell me.
Yeah, instead of like, oh, just give me the link.
Wow.
You think the J Toller might be compromised playing truth, do you? I don't know. Could be.
But yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Appreciate you all. Time to go, and I'll see you all tomorrow night for another awesome stream. Remember, PJ will be streaming tomorrow afternoon again, probably.
Yeah, I will do it tomorrow. There's been a lot of problems in the past few days, so I haven't done it. That's why I did a movie night last night, because I missed yesterday, but I missed today, but I will be doing tomorrow, definitely.
Sure. And then, Sav, are you going to do a show? Or
Yeah, I got one planned. I'm going to do one this evening. Probably go about 9 o'clock tonight.
Nice.
Just subscribe and hit the bell and shit.
How long till your stream?
Yeah, we'll probably go over Melodome's video coming out.
Because we are in different time zones. So how long till you?
About another 4 hours and 10 minutes to 4 hours and 40 minutes, somewhere within that period.
It's 10 p.m. already here. Crap.
It'll be late.
All I know is usually when I wake up in the morning, you're like ending your stream.
Anyway, drop a link to your channel. I will get there and sub. Thanks.
Yeah, hang on. How do I do this?
Yeah, I'm the same with Soap. When I'm waking him, it's when he's finishing it. Sometimes I catch him a little bit, but most of the time I have to rewatch.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested in being part of the email list to get links for streams and stuff, let me know. I'll be more than happy to put you through a process to make sure you're actually legit, and then I'll put you with the link. But
well, I think I text you back saying love you, brother. So that's me. If you've got a reply to the one that you sent me, to all of us, I mean, definitely me.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming. You guys rock. Until tomorrow, many blessings. May the pressure with you. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path renews. Flat Earth made by